Hi, my name is Megan Mortis. I'm the Public Information Officer for Henderson County Schools. This time of year, we receive many phone calls, emails, and social media questions about snow days. Today, we're going to talk about procedures for snow days for Henderson County Schools. We'll start with the Superintendent of Henderson County Schools, Marganna Stanley.
Hi, thank you for inviting us to sit down and talk a little bit about this topic today, Ms. Mortis. It is a time of the year when cold weather is approaching, and that does mean the S word, which we call snow around here. Sometimes can cause some anxiety among our parents and students and even faculty. Any time that we close school because of snow, yes, we see an increase of questions, and we are very cautious and very deliberate in making that decision. So we want to spend a few minutes explaining and giving folks some background on how we do that in the Henderson County Schools. With me today is Mr. Steve Steiner. He is our Assistant Superintendent for Administration. And then to my left is Mr. Ben Payne, our Director of Transportation. Gentlemen, what do we do in the Henderson County Schools?
All right. First of all, we're going to start, before our decision is made, we'll start by listening to the weather forecast early in the evening, late in the evening. Also, our emergency management group, Mr. Larry Kerber and his group allows us to, at times, when there's a severe weather threat or when there's a snow issue coming, ice, anything weather related, he'll allow us to sit in on a conference call that he gets to kind of get more accurate and the most up-to-date information that he has, so he can share it with us. So we're allowed to sit in on those. And then if it becomes an issue where we know that something's going to happen, what we'll do is we have divided the county up into 4 sections. 2 of our maintenance crew will go out. Myself, Ben Payne, and Ms. Stanley will go out as well to canvass our county. We've divided it up in several different areas throughout the county and city. And as we drive, we'll start driving probably around 4 in the morning, hit our routes, our snow routes, and then from that point of view, Ben, why don't you share what we look for as far as buses and roads go?
Well, 75% of our routes are in the county in rural areas, and we check around our turnarounds, whether they're muddy or snowed or soft. We make sure that they are safe. The 4 or 5 of us that drive, we all have our own sections that we do, and there's specific turnarounds in each sections of the counties that we do check. North end of town may not get as much snow as the south end of town. And then we all get back together as a group and say, well, mine's pretty snowy, mine's okay. But the turnarounds, the roads, the gravel roads are very slick. And that's a part of the determination of what we do or decide.
Sure.
And
it takes a whole group effort to make a determination as to whether or not we have school on a particular day. And there's a few other things I think we take into consideration as we're trying to make that final decision. And it all happens within, anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half in the morning of trying to make that very right decision for our kids.
And usually the weather will not cooperate and do whatever it's going to do until that point that we need to decide. Usually 5:30 is our time that we like to make the decision by. 5:30 is the reason behind that time frame is because many of our buses will start to prepare and start to leave the bus garage at that point to get out to their routes. So that's a time frame that we need to consider. Also, our food staff, nutritional staff comes in, and they'll come in early. When you're making breakfast for 500 kids, it's going to need a little while to get started. So they come in at that particular time as well. So 5:30 is our potentially best time to make the decision before then. But anywhere between 4 and 5:30 we'll be out, and extending time after that as well. A couple other points that we were talking about considering. We consider our staff driving and our student drivers as well. Knowing that those people will be on the roads as well. It factors in not just bus transportation, because they're not equipped with all the unique brake systems and all-wheel drives and the four-wheel drives and all that stuff that some of our cars and trucks have. But we consider our staff driving and our student drivers as well as our walkers. We have walkers that will come, and there are certain days that will allow for pickups from our buses, but we need to consider that as well as their safety on sidewalks and that kind of thing. Those are really the other factors that we look into when we consider closing school or not.
Sure. And we take the same kind of strategy into place if we ever have to determine, do we need to close school early on a particular day? Let's suppose we're at school and then we have to make a determination, how quickly can we get all of the buses to their schools ready for kids to release, and do that in a timely fashion to where we can transport them home safely. And I'm really glad that you also mentioned our staff, because that's very important that our staff can travel home safely along with our parents. So it is a true team effort in Henderson County Schools. We start, just kind of in summary, we start before the weather happens, watching weather, listening to the meteorologists, and then we're up at 4 a.m. making the determinations. Ms. Morris, we thank you for asking us that question. Do you have any other particular questions for us today?
How do we inform parents? I know that's been a question that we've had. I didn't know, or I knew too late.
Sure.
What is the techniques that we use to inform our parents?
Sure. Probably the number one way we use is through our parent link. And then we also post the information on social media. We advise the TV stations, and we send the information to radio stations. And with electronics, we push that out much quicker than we were even able to 4 or 5 years ago because of social media and things like that. But I will share with parents, we have had in the past mornings where whether it was Parent Link or One Call or whatever calling system we were using had a little glitch in it. And it was on the provider's end. And that information in that call, that text, or that email didn't get out almost instantaneously. It just didn't happen. And so we want to remind parents to make sure that they also watch the TV station and listen to the radio in the morning as well, and watch social media. Mm-hmm. Watch our web page and watch our Facebook page as well. Don't just wait for that Parent Link call, because if there was a glitch, then that could be essential. And in the morning when you're making a decision, 5 minutes to 15 minutes can create havoc in a home, in a schedule. We know that.
Absolutely.
So.
And safety is our top priority.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is.
All right. Do y'all have anything else you wanted to add?
No, we look forward to our winter season, and we will truly make decisions based on the safety, and that always comes first.
Well, thank you all so much for joining me.
Thank you. The Henderson County Schools and the 4 a.m. crew would like to thank many of our community folks who help us successfully transport kids safely to school. Our county road department is phenomenal, along with our city road and state departments. Our local radio and TV stations work well with us. Emergency management system located up in the old Peabody building. Even our sheriff, our state troopers, and our local police department help us when we transport our kids.
Thank you for watching Henderson County Schools winter weather video. Just a quick recap. To determine a snow day, there are several factors: the actual projected snowfall, ice, wind chill, ability of bus fleet, and road conditions. Once our 4 a.m. crew determines that a snow day will be called, we will communicate the information through Parent Link, social media, Henderson County Schools website, and our local radio and television stations. The safety of our students and staff is our top priority at Henderson County Schools.